comes to military hardware, no nation can compete with the US. However, the country is about to change the game with a new aircraft that will totally destroy the competition that barely exists. What is the new fighting aircraft? What does it offer? And how does it crush the competition? Keep watching this video to find out. An Air Force's prowess is the sum of its air power, defined by elements like the quantity and quality of its aircraft, the capabilities of its personnel, its logistics and infrastructure, and its readiness for operations. The United States Air Force USAF sits unrivaled in each of these domains, demonstrating its might to an extent that eclipses the combined power of the world's next 5 leading air forces. According to Flight Global's World Air Force's 2022 directory, the US Air Force has 13,247 aircraft in service, accounting for 25% of the world's military aircraft. That's more than the next 5 nations combined: Russia with 4,163, China with 3,210, India with 2,123, South Korea with 1,649, and Japan with 1,561. When it comes to the number of aircraft, the USAF soars high above its competitors. Its inventory is enormous, comprising a variety of technologically advanced battle-tested aircraft that cater to diverse combat roles. From stealthy, ultra-maneuverable fighters like the F-22 Raptors and F-35 Lightnings, colossal B-2 and B-52 bombers capable of delivering a devastating payload halfway around the globe, to aerial refueling tankers like the KC-46 Pegasus extending the operational reach, the USAF's air fleet is a force to be reckoned with. And the qualitative superiority of the USAF's aircraft is a hallmark of American engineering ingenuity. Each aircraft is a marvel of technology, providing unrivaled performance, avionics, firepower, and stealth capabilities. The fighters are lightning fast, bombers incredibly resilient, and transport aircraft remarkably versatile. They embody the perfect blend of power, precision, and persistence that gives the USAF an edge over its counterparts. And then we have the strategic infrastructure and logistics of the USAF. Its numerous bases worldwide, advanced maintenance capabilities, and efficient supply chains make it ready for action at a moment's notice, superior to anything else out there. When you combine all these aspects, it's clear that the might of the USAF is an order of magnitude greater than the combined power of the next 5 nations. But that does not mean the US Air Force is content with where it is in terms of fighting hardware, as it continues to work on groundbreaking machines that will dominate the future. The B-21 Raider, for example, is a game-changing stealth bomber being developed by Northrop Grumman for the US Air Force. It will be able to carry both conventional and nuclear weapons and will replace the B-1 and B-2 bombers. The B-21 will borrow extensively from the B-2's successful flying wing design, which Northrop has long specialized, but will be much smaller, carrying a 30,000-pound payload rather than the B-2's remarkable 60,000. But despite the reduction in size, the B-21 will still be equipped to carry nearly every nuclear and conventional weapon we've come to expect from America's bomber fleets, while employing stealth technology that's reported to be at least 2 generations ahead of the notoriously stealthy B-2. Unlike stealth aircraft, which are detectable although not targetable, utilizing low-frequency radar bands, the B-2 and B-21's flying wing designs are believed to be exceptionally stealthy against all radar frequencies. This makes these long-range bombers ideal for striking operations in densely contested airspace during the early stages of a conflict. If a war broke out with China, it would almost definitely start with the US stealth bomber fleets hitting anti-ship defenses on Chinese coasts to allow aircraft carriers to then close in. The B-21 will operate in high-end threat environments and support the nation's nuclear deterrence policy. It is named after the Doolittle Raiders, which launched a surprise bombing raid over Tokyo in World War II. It is expected to enter service in 2027. The B-21 Raider will be a component of a larger family of systems for conventional long-range strike, including intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, electronic attack, communication, and other capabilities. It will be nuclear capable and designed to accommodate manned or unmanned operations. Additionally, it will be able to employ a broad mix of standoff and direct attack munitions. The B-21 is being designed with open systems architecture to reduce integration risk and enable competition for future modernization efforts to allow for the aircraft to evolve as the threat environment changes. This means that the B-21 will be able to adapt to new technologies and threats as they emerge, ensuring that it remains at the cutting edge of military aviation. There are at least 6 B-21 Raider airframes in various stages of manufacture, and unlike most new warplane clean sheet builds in US history, the Raider is planned to conduct its first test flights with all mission systems already installed and functioning. If everything goes as planned, the time between the first flight and initial operational capability will be drastically reduced. The US Air Force set a per-unit price of $550 million for its new stealth bomber in 2010, which, when adjusted for inflation, puts the Raider's expected cost at roughly $729.25 million each. Now that may make your eyes water, but the United States is estimated to have spent up to $2 billion on each of its early stealth bombers when R&D costs were factored in. And the US Air Force is actually working in parallel on another king of the sky, the Next Generation Air Dominance, or NGAD. The NGAD is a visionary and ambitious program of the US Air Force to develop a 6th-generation air superiority fighter that will replace the F-22 Raptor by the 2030s. The program is one of the most secretive and classified in the Air Force, but some details have been revealed by Air Force officials and experts. The NGAD program was first initiated in 2014 with DARPA's Air Dominance Initiative study, whose goal was to explore the concepts and technologies for future air superiority systems. 2 years later, the Air Force started its own Air Superiority 2030 program, which in 2018 evolved into the NGAD program as we know it today. The NGAD program is not focused on a single platform, but on a family of systems that will work together to achieve air dominance. The centerpiece of the family is a manned fighter-light platform, also known as FX, or Penetrating Counter-Air (PCA), which will be able to penetrate and survive in highly contested operational environments. The PCA will be accompanied by Uncrewed Collaborative Combat Aircraft (CCA), also previously known as Loyal Wingmen, which will act as force multipliers and extend the range, payload, and survivability of the manned aircraft. The NGAD program is leveraging advanced computer-aided engineering (CAE) techniques and digital twin concepts to design, build, and test a virtual version of the aircraft before moving to physically build and fly the prototype. The NGAD program has already achieved some remarkable milestones. In 2020, the Air Force announced that it had secretly designed, built, and flown at least one full-scale flight demonstrator of the new generation fighter aircraft, breaking records in doing so. The flight demonstrator was reportedly built by Northrop Grumman, one of the leading defense contractors in the US. In 2021, the Air Force released a classified solicitation to the industry, providing the expected requirements of the program, with a contract award expected in 2024. The NGAD program is expected to deliver some amazing capabilities that will make it superior to any other fighter jet in the world. Some of these capabilities are stealth. Stealth is a critical capability for a fighter jet, as it allows it to penetrate and operate in highly contested environments where the enemy has advanced air defenses. The NGAD aircraft will have several features that will contribute to its stealthiness. One of these features is its shape and design. The aircraft will have a tailless design with a diamond-shaped wing platform, which will reduce its radar cross-section, or RCS, and make it less visible to radar. The engines will be fully contained within the fuselage, with flush air intakes and two-dimensional diamond-shaped nozzles, further reducing the RCS. Another feature that will contribute to the stealthiness of the NGAD aircraft is the use of advanced materials and coatings. The aircraft will be built using composite materials that absorb or scatter radar waves, reducing its RCS. The surface of the aircraft will be coated with radar-absorbent materials, or RAM, that further reduce its RCS. In addition to its shape and materials, the NGAD aircraft will also have advanced electronic warfare capabilities that will allow it to jam or deceive enemy radars and sensors. The EW capabilities will include active and passive measures, such as emitting jamming signals or releasing chaff and flares. Speed. Speed is another critical capability for a fighter jet, as it allows it to quickly reach its target, evade enemy defenses, and disengage from unfavorable situations. The NGAD aircraft comes with several features that boost its speed. One of these features is its advanced propulsion system. The aircraft will be equipped with engines that provide high thrust and fuel efficiency, allowing it to reach supersonic or even hypersonic speeds. The engines could be adaptive engines or scramjets, which can vary their thrust and bypass ratio depending on the flight conditions. Another feature that will contribute to the speed of the NGAD aircraft is its aerodynamics. The aircraft will have a sleek and streamlined shape with low drag and high lift, allowing it to reach high speeds while maintaining maneuverability and agility. The aircraft will also have active aerodynamics such as movable control surfaces or morphing wings, which can adapt to flight conditions and optimize the aerodynamic performance. And apart from the excellent propulsion and aerodynamics, the NGAD aircraft will also have advanced fly-by-wire controls and artificial intelligence that will allow it to fly at high speeds while maintaining stability and control. The fly-by-wire controls will provide precise and responsive handling, while the AI will assist the pilot in making decisions and executing maneuvers. Sensors. The NGAD aircraft will have a suite of sensors that will provide a comprehensive view of the battle space. These sensors will include radar, electro-optical, infrared, electronic warfare, CNI, and others. The sensors will be fused and integrated into a common operating picture that will be displayed on a large touchscreen cockpit or a helmet-mounted display. The radar on the NGAD aircraft will be an advanced active electronically scanned array, or AESA radar that can detect and track targets at long ranges. The radar will have multiple modes including air-to-air, air-to-ground, and synthetic aperture radar, or SAR, allowing it to perform multiple missions. The radar will also have electronic warfare capabilities, allowing it to jam or deceive enemy radars and sensors. The EO/IR sensors on the NGAD aircraft will provide high-resolution imagery of the battle space in the visible and infrared spectrum. The EO/IR sensors will have multiple modes including target acquisition, tracking, and designation, allowing them to perform multiple missions. The EO/IR sensors will also have laser capabilities, allowing them to designate targets for laser-guided weapons. The EW sensors on the NGAD aircraft will provide situational awareness of the electromagnetic spectrum. The EW sensors will have multiple modes including electronic support measures, or ESM, electronic attack, EA, and electronic protection, EP, allowing them to perform multiple missions. The EW sensors will also have jamming capabilities, allowing them to jam or deceive enemy radars and sensors. The CNI sensors on the NGAD aircraft will provide communication, navigation, and identification capabilities. The CNI sensors will have multiple modes including voice and data communication, GPS navigation, and identification, friend or foe, or IFF, allowing them to perform, once again, multiple missions. The CNI sensors will also have secure data links, allowing them to interoperate with other assets in the air domain or across domains. Weapons. The NGAD aircraft will have a variety of weapons that will provide flexibility and versatility in combat. These weapons will include air-to-air missiles, AAM, air-to-surface missiles, ASM, bombs, directed energy weapons, cyber weapons, and more. The weapons will be carried internally or externally depending on the mission requirements. The AAMs on the NGAD aircraft will provide air-to-air combat capabilities. The AAMs will include short-range, medium-range, and long-range missiles, allowing the aircraft to engage targets at different distances. The AAMs will have advanced guidance systems such as infrared homing or active radar homing, allowing them to track and intercept targets with high accuracy. The ASMs on the NGAD aircraft will provide air-to-ground combat capabilities. The ASMs will include anti-radiation missiles, cruise missiles, and glide bombs, allowing the aircraft to engage ground-based targets with precision. The ASMs will have advanced guidance systems such as GPS or laser guidance, allowing them to strike targets with high accuracy. The bombs on the NGAD aircraft will provide air-to-ground combat capabilities. The bombs will include general-purpose bombs, cluster bombs, and penetrator bombs, allowing the aircraft to engage a variety of ground-based targets. The bombs will have advanced guidance systems such as GPS or laser guidance, allowing them to strike targets with high accuracy. The DWs on the NGAD aircraft will provide non-kinetic combat capabilities. The DWs will include high-energy lasers or high-power microwaves, allowing the aircraft to engage targets with precision and minimal collateral damage. The DWs will also have advanced targeting systems, allowing them to track and engage targets with high accuracy. And the cyber weapons on the NGAD aircraft will provide non-kinetic combat capabilities as well. The cyber weapons will include malware or viruses, allowing the aircraft to disrupt or disable enemy systems and networks. The cyber weapons will have advanced delivery systems, allowing them to penetrate enemy defenses and reach their targets. Network. The NGAD aircraft will have networked capabilities that will allow it to interoperate and collaborate with other assets in the air domain or across domains. The network capabilities will include secure data links, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, autonomy, manned-unmanned teaming, and others. The network capabilities will enhance the situational awareness, decision-making, and effectiveness of the NGAD aircraft. The NGAD program is an exciting and innovative program that will deliver a revolutionary fighter aircraft that will ensure air superiority for decades to come. Its stealth, speed, agility, sensors, weapons, and network capabilities will make it better than any other fighter jet currently in service or under development. It is truly a game changer for the US Air Force and for national security.